Hey guys, so we are gonna make refried beans. Here's how this works. It's actually a very simple recipe and it's something that I share with a lot of people and I get, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I can't believe it's that easy. Really is that easy, and we are gonna do this in real time. I'm not gonna slow this up, speed this up, nothing. Okay, so first things first, what you see is my glass top. As you can see, it is a typical glass top that has been used very, very well. They're crappy to clean. So anyway, it's heated up. I've got my pan heated up over medium heat, just slightly higher than medium heat. If you look at that front burner, see where it's set just above medium right here. Not too high, not too low, all right? And then back here behind the pan, you see ingredients. So the pan is hot, it's ready to go. You're gonna hear a slight sizzle when you put these in there, but beyond that, you know, it's not gonna actually fry anything. So this is what I'm using. Usually when I do these at home, I'll make either pinto beans or I'll make black beans. We have a shit ton of black beans and I'm a little concerned that the black beans will meld into the pan. So I'm using the tri-blend so you guys can kind of see exactly what's happening. All right, so they are drained. Obviously not all the way, but if you can get about 90-95% of the water out, this will go a lot quicker, okay? And just dump your beans in. Now, here's the next part. Oil. This is the trick to making sure your beans aren't dry, okay? That they stay moist. Now, when these are completely done, and I would say almost not completely done. You want to stop these just before, kind of like eggs. Or sunny side up eggs, poached eggs, things like that. You want to pull them just before they're done. All right, so 1/4 cup, and I use avocado oil. I'm not a fan of the flavor of olive oil in my beans, which is why I use the avocado oil. It's literally the only reason. You really just want an oil. Most times what you'll see is people will use bacon fat, which I do have that as well. But I kind of wanted to give those of you that have issues with pork an alternative. So if I use bacon fat, what I do is I will pull it out of the cup, right? Here's our cup of bacon fat. I'll pull a little bit out of the cup. I will let it melt, and then I will put the oil in. So now that we've got this bubbling just a little bit, you want to stir it, just kind of combine the oil and the beans, okay? We are going to season, and then we're going to get to work. All right, now, all we need is 1 tablespoon. All right, so 1 tablespoon, and basically all I do is take tablespoon of cumin, right? And then for these two, the paprika and the ancho chili, I take half, and this is a 1/2 teaspoon. I do a little bit of the paprika, the smoked paprika. It just tastes good, you guys. I mean, seriously, it tastes amazing. There's something about the smoky flavor of it. And then ancho chili. In this, you don't really want a lot. This one's really spicy. So we do 1/2 teaspoon. The joy of this is we basically make our meat, our beans, and our guacamole slightly spicy. And this way we get to adjust how much spice each of us gets, right? So for my hubby and I, we like a lot of spice. We like it spicy, but he can handle a lot more spice than I can. So by making everything kind of slightly medium, not completely overly hot in regards of spice, we're able to kind of figure out where we can find middle ground and just kind of use the different flavors to help us find that perfect flavor for us. All right, so here's the big thing with this. Normally I would not advocate using salt, but none of my seasonings have salt in them, okay? You can put garlic powder in here, you can put onions in here, I will put onions and peppers, some garlic, minced garlic in here sometimes, For today, we are doing the basic recipe. You can take salsa and put salsa in here as well. So effectively what you do is you mash your beans. So you do your beans, you do your oil, minimal seasoning, and then throw some salsa in here when you're done. Oh, it's yummy. So now the salt, you just want a little bit. That's, maybe half a teaspoon, something like that. You don't need a lot, all right? And see how it's kind of thickening up a little bit? That's just the natural process. So here's the best part. So once you get to this part, you see the spoon I have? Start mashing. That's it. Start mashing. Hey, no barks. You hear the puppies in the background. They hear the mashing and they think that it's someone at the door. All right, so as you can see, it's kind of thickening up as we go. Like, see on the spoon, the back of the spoon? This is it. This is all you do until everything is mashed up and is to the consistency almost just shy of what you see in a can of refried beans. Now here's the deal with the refried bean can in this. If you do this an hour before you eat and you do not cover it from the air, it will look like a dry, cakey pile of poo. If you do this and you cover it from the air and keep all the moisture in, you will have a perfect refried bean that is homemade, that is delicious, that tastes way better than any can. And just to give you an example, we are currently at 6 minutes and 50 seconds. This has been on for about 5 minutes, and as you can see the thickening up, we're almost done. This is what I call my 5-minute refried bean recipe, because literally 5 minutes, maybe 6. All right, so mash them up really good, and that's it. Now what you want, this is a chunkier version. I mean, you can mash it as much as you possibly want. You can actually take a potato masher and mash it as well. For me, I like mine chunky. It's so much tastier. But the best and the joy of this is now I've got my refried beans. Now letting it sit here for a minute is going to allow it to thicken up, okay? And it's just the natural process of the beans. It's just because of what the insides are made of. They naturally want to bind together and thicken up to make kind of this ooey gooey sauce, right? So there you go. Refried beans. Now you can make it thicker. Keep it stirring, keep mashing it up, or you can leave it as is and let it thicken up on its own. Turn the heat off. See? Turn the heat off and just let it go. I usually like to slide this off the heat, mostly because what will happen is it will keep cooking. Now the pan is hot, so it's going to keep cooking regardless. What will ultimately happen is this will turn into a nice, thick, ooey gooey, lovely thing to eat. Oh, love it, love it, love it. So anyway, I would like to hear your take on this. Have you tried this? If you haven't, go try it. Come back, let us know how you did. Let us know how the recipe worked for you. And if there's anything that you did that could make this even tastier. Later, guys.